Hello, I'm making this video on request of a couple of my viewers. I'm going to do the measurements on the Husqvarna 701. It has been lowered and I've already been asked which lowering kit. This is the original lowering kit from Husqvarna. It's done in my garage, so I didn't do anything myself. And I don't even exactly know what all the stuff that they have changed, but it's the front, the fork and the rear has been lowered. And the good thing about these Husqvarna lowering kits or KTM or whatever, it's the same motorbike. The good thing about these lowering kits is that they are, once they're mounted, you don't have to go and get it certified by the government basically here in Switzerland, and also I guess with the TÜV in Germany and other countries, you don't have to do anything. If you take something that is not original, then you have to go and get it checked and it has to be put in the papers. So this is really good. They just mount it and that's it. I don't have to do anything. Then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the measurement of the seat height now after it's been lowered. And I go get the lowest part here. And then we get a measurement here of 84 centimeters. So this is lowered, still 84 centimeters. You're going to see now when I get on. It's still, if I'm sitting in the center and I put my feet down, I am down on my toes on both sides. But I've already mentioned, because this bike is very light, I can almost lower this down to the ground and up again without a lot of difficulties. And even if I would drop it all the way down to the ground, it's quite easy to lift up again. Not a big deal, huh? Then the next measurement I will show you is my inseam. I've been curious about this anyway, because sometimes I have to order some pants and then they ask for the inseam. This is 77 centimeters. And then, if you want to know, I am 1 meter 64 or 65 centimeters with shoes maybe tall. So with motorbike shoes, normally I have a little bit of a stiffer sole and I'm a little bit higher. Now the next measurement I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the bike. I sit on it. Now with my weight it's 65 kilograms. So see here, put my weight on and measure it from here. Get pretty much 80 centimeters. So there's a sag of about 4 centimeters, about 80 when I'm sitting on it. Because this bike has quite stiff suspension, I've made it quite soft because I'm not so heavy. Then the ground clearance is not really an issue, but I will show you here, because I've never actually touched the ground. And here's I put on a plastic, but it's more or less 19-20 centimeters, 20-21 20 centimeters more or less, is the ground clearance. Never had a problem. Maybe it's also because the bike is quite narrow, so getting it down to the foot pegs, I haven't put it down to the foot pegs yet. Maybe I'm just not leaning hard enough, who knows. Then one more thing about the sitting position. If I'm sitting here, see, it's quite upright. The handlebars are nice and high, but not too high like on my Touareg. They're maybe like this. Here they're still a little lower, a little sportier. And then my knee, this is what I like a lot on this bike, to be high up. The knees are very open. And then standing position, this would be standing position. For me, really nicely accessible. A little bit wide still compared to my small enduro. The standing position is a little bit wide, so it takes a little effort to stay on the foot pegs if my knees are not bent and I just want to relax. Good thing is I don't ride this bike standing up a lot. Getting my leg over is quite easy, like this, or if I step on the foot pegs, easy too. Then if I get my hip to the side, I can easily flat foot, of course, which I do a lot when I just stop somewhere. Then I have one more information. I was planning to get a Husqvarna 701 Enduro. I tried them, and that's the other thing. A lot of people would like to have one of those. If you go to the store, you can only sit on it factory setting. It's very high. For me, much too high. So you can go to any store and try that. But if you're curious how it is when it's low, then you go and test the factory Husqvarna 701 Supermoto. And I would say it's pretty much what it will be if you get the Enduro version lower in kit. So I've already set on 2 different lowered 701 Enduros, and they were still much too high for me. I hope this was some useful information for you. Ride safe.